Alright, man, what's up there? The Boston Celtics, for me, are maybe the number two most dysfunctional NBA team in the league. Like, right behind Philadelphia, they are. And I believe it's because, in general, if I was to tell you, like, literally, like maybe 2017, that the Boston Celtics will be a 12 seed and the year before would be a 7 seed, you wouldn't believe me because of how much talent they have on their team. And the talent that they had in general, because Boston as a team itself, I hate saying this, really kind of let themselves go on what they could have gotten this season and what they let go. I'm going to name a free agent that I thought Boston was going to go out there, but shockingly they didn't, which was Spencer Dinwiddie. I mean, I'm going to be honest and say that was a trade they could have made, but they didn't. But Boston, to me, has been the type of limbo place. I mean, now they have their new front office manager and Brad Stevens. Like, the question is going to be, can they win games? Like, with the roster they have, like, I don't see them winning. I know it's the start of the season, but are they going to make the playoffs with how this roster is formed up and how they can play? Like, it's not looking the best. And if I was to tell you, because at one point in time when they had Kyrie Irving, when he was injured and Gordon Hayward was, they were looking like they were going to be the next dynasty in the Eastern Conference after LeBron. I mean, they had two young scorers, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, with Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward. I mean, after LeBron, they looked like they were the next ones. And people were calling them, nicknaming them the Spurs of the East. I remember those comparisons. I mean, they had the young core roster with some great veterans like Al Horford, Gordon Hayward, and Kyrie Irving. And they just couldn't get over LeBron James himself. And that's one big factor for some teams is when you can't get over LeBron, it kind of starts to show. And it shows your weaknesses when you playing against teams that aren't LeBron. He kind of shows the weaknesses, and once the weaknesses are shown, you can't let them go. And I believe that's what happened to the Celtics, because right now, Jason Tatum is averaging 19.6 points on maybe a horrible season right now for him, because him and Jaylen Brown, I think they're two, maybe the young best scorers in the league right now. But the problem they have avoided is Jason Tatum has fallen to that Kobe narrative for me. After watching the games I watched, he is more on the side on taking the ball himself and doing more than he should do. And I feel like with the coach they're having, he's not telling Jason Tatum to like maybe try to do some more other stuff in the league than just score. And I feel like he's not doing that. Like, he'll give you an almost like where he dropped 41.7 rebounds and 8 assists. I feel like he's on the do it all motivation, and this is why their season not the way it should be. Like, it's not just him though. I'm not even gonna count with you, because like what Brad Stevens and Boston could have done was winning after some good point guard free agency, because they need a ball handler. I hate saying they need a floor spacing ball handler because they don't have one. Right at the Kemba Walker left, they don't have one. And I've been a Jaylen Brown fan since he was in the league. But like him, he's an all-star player, like a Paul George type player. And him and Jaylen Brown, they could work together, but like I don't know if it could really be a championship team without a ball floor spacing handler, because it's like putting James Harden on a team with, per se, Kobe Bryant. I mean, or Stephen Curry with James Harden. Like, I don't see that team working because the factors stand at the point. Like, my main thing is that this team itself would need to make big moves to actually win. And if they're not getting a floor spacer, and I remember when Kyrie Irving was being called a cancel culture in the locker room for his talk about the Boston Celtics organization itself, like, if they really can't find a way to win, it's going to be a big problem. Like, maybe they do need one when they could have went after Spencer Dinwiddie. They got back Al Horford, but they're not having the season they were expected to have. Like, I know they weren't going to be a top team, but like, the 12th seeded team, I mean, and Marcus Smart himself isn't a floor spacer for the Boston Celtics. And neither is what else they have. But like, I mean, in my opinion, when Marcus Smart himself was talking about the Boston Celtics, I mean, he should have never been saying that when he also could have been talking about, when we was talking about Kyrie the same way. And in my opinion, the Boston Celtics just are going to need a floor spacer to save their team. Because like, I don't know what people want from this team, but they're going to need a floor spacer. And it kind of sucks that that must happen for them to win. Because if it doesn't, like, they're going to be stuck in a sinking ship though. Like that kind of sucks. But like, and I mean, it's themselves. They're gonna need to make big decisions, and big decisions are what's going to affect the organization in general. And if you look at Jason Tatum and where Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown rank up, this is gonna be the last part of the video because I'm gonna let y'all know. Just subscribe to the channel, and make sure y'all hit the Instagram button. But this is where Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown both rank 6th in scoring and 15th. Look at who's at 15 and at 6. But that's all the video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Splash NBA Guy out.